Thank you, our distinguished guests. We've been scrutinizing and verifying the nomination papers of the aspirant. We are satisfied it has fulfilled the requirements of the Presidential Elections Act. Therefore, I, Justice Yabakama Simon, being the returning officer for the nomination of presidential candidates, declare Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert a duly nominated candidate in respect of the presidential elections 2026. He, having fulfilled the nomination requirements under the Presidential Elections Act, Chapter 179, Laws of Uganda. You are now a candidate. Congratulations. You are required to append or fix your signature or that of your agent in this paper to confirm that indeed you have attended. So please, your agent or yourself, whichever. Candidate Yaburani Sentam Robert, as a duly nominated candidate, you are required to observe the following. 1. You are to appoint an official agent who will coordinate your campaign meetings and media program, and also attend meetings on your behalf where necessary. Secondly, you are to obey the commission with the schedule of your campaign meetings and media program as soon as practicable, so as to facilitate the smooth harmonization of all the candidates' campaign programs countrywide before you embark on your campaign schedule, which officially begins on 29th of September. Also to sign a memorandum of understanding with the Electoral Commission on compliance with the harmonized campaign program, timelines, and guidelines. Although the campaigns kick off on 29th, however, you are at liberty today to meet your supporters, since we will not allow them, all of them in here, the designated place, either to roll out your manifesto or greet your supporters. You are at liberty to do that. The Commission is also required, upon nomination, to avail you a soft copy of the voters register, the national voters register. And we have this soft copy here. I ask your agent to come and pick it. Furthermore, under Section 23 of the Presidential Elections Act, the Commission is required to ensure that the relevant organs of the state provide you, during the entire campaign period, your protection, both on the road, on the campaign trail, or not even on the campaign trail, wherever you want to go, and also at home. To that extent, therefore, we are going to hand over to you a security vehicle, together with the security personnel, will be guarding you at all times. The vehicle is at our cost. The fuel, the driver, the guards protecting you are all at our cost, even maintenance of the vehicle. Thereafter, we have a media tent. You may want to address the media and talk to the people of Uganda. It is at your will. But for now, can we go and we hand over to you your security vehicle and the security personnel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. These candidates be led to the security detail vehicle. And may I also mention that lunch has been prepared. You are welcome to lunch. You're welcome to lunch after here.
Bannange kati tugenda bamukwase emmotoka ye gye bagenda okumuwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda era nga tukyali wano egweza Lubowa Kyagulanyi Ssentamu awerekeddwako mukyala we Itungo Bobi Kyagulanyi era n'awerekebwako eyali Ssaabafunzi wa Nopo n'abantu abalala bangi abamuwerekeddeko. Gwe yandyagadde okuweereza ku kadata osobola okuyita ku 077083717 gwe yandyagadde okuweereza ku kadata 077083717. 077083717.
Okay, media the other side. Go beyond. Behind. What is go? Not here. Not here.
musanvu 0831717. Kati essaawa eno wagenda okwogererako ne bannamawulire wano era nga osobola okuweerezaako 07708371717.
Protocol team. Some umbrellas for the candidate. People accompanying the candidate. The candidate can choose, and the rest of us to have us. Protocol team, please get an umbrella for the candidate. Protocol team says please sit. Please get an umbrella for the candidate. Okay. Candidate Chagulanyi, you are welcome and congratulations on your successful nomination. You are welcome to address the nation. We have 20 minutes here. You can talk to us for 10 minutes and then take some questions from members of the press. You are welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything, I want to take this opportunity to pay tribute to our former Deputy President, Mama Duly Mugisha, who passed away on the 24th of September last year. Today is exactly 1 year since we lost Mama Duly. Mama Duly was always a pillar of strength and courage. This day, not by coincidence, maybe there's a message that we are getting from the Almighty. Mama Duly, rest in peace. We shall make you proud. We shall never give up your dreams. Fellow Ugandans, ladies and gentlemen, comrades in the struggle, I am deeply humbled and profoundly honored to accept your nomination to be the next president of the Republic of Uganda for the year 2026 to 2031, not 1926 to 1931. I thank you very much for the trust that you've continued to place in me ever since I offered myself for the first time for the presidential office in 2021. Today, my heart is filled with a deep sense of responsibility to deliver to that has been written in blood, the blood and sacrifice of the common people of Uganda, the citizens of Uganda, and yet the leaders who always promised liberation have always delivered oppression. For 40 long years, one man and a small group of his relatives and friends have ruled our country on gunpoint. They have looted our nation and turned every institution of government into a tool of oppression. They have reduced the citizens of Uganda into slaves on their own land. They have reduced all of us into beggars, and they've turned our poverty.
Zero musambu zero.
And yet,
zero musambu musambu zero. Chinana musatu kuna musambu insambu.
Our country cannot fall down. Our country will stand firm. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is fertile. Our people are hardworking and enterprising. We are rich in creativity. We are resourceful. We are energetic. We are young and we are promising. Our country is one of the richest countries on the planet in terms of natural resources. So, my brothers and sisters, our problem is not lack of wealth. Our problem is lack of leadership. Leadership that serves the people instead of terrorizing them and exploiting them. Leadership that seeks to uplift the citizens instead of enslaving them. Sisters and brothers, this is not the first time that we stand before you with a dream of a new Uganda. We first made our attempt 5 years ago in 2021. Hundreds of our brothers and sisters arrested, and they are still in prison as we speak right now. Many were killed and many are missing to the present day, and yet we refuse to give up. Many of you are now asking, why then do we go to the polls? The prisons, the torture chambers, the death, and all the mess that is awaiting us. My answer to you is this: we risk it all because the alternative is giving up, and that is 10 times worse. If we give up now, we shall have no moral authority. That means that the fighting spirit of Rita Nabukenya, of Frank Senteza, of Yasin Kauma, and many others has been defeated. It means that they died in vain. It means betrayal. Betrayal of the comrades who have spent years in prison, counting on us who still have our little freedom to continue fighting for their freedom. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what happens to us, we must keep moving forward. Even if somebody tells you that our chance to freedom is only 1%, Let us take that chance and fight. We have always been telling you about the protest vote, and today, let me use this opportunity to break it down in more detail. We have voted before. We have won elections before, and we have been rigged before. But the election this time is no usual election, brothers and sisters. We are going into this election as a way of protesting against the injustice that has been occasioned to us for the last 40 years. We are protesting, and the protest begins now. We must use this election season to rally the people of Uganda, to express their anger and to express their hope at the ballot box. We are going to use this election to protest legally. We are going to use this election to protest constitutionally. And we are going to use this election to protest non-violently. We must mobilize the people of Uganda to come out and vote in very, very large numbers. Numbers too big to rig. We must lay different strategies and make different plans to ensure that we, the people of Uganda, get our freedom in this season. Now, to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, you, brothers and sisters, the Ugandans in the diaspora, you send so much money. You send more than $2 billion back to Uganda every year. In real sense, you are the biggest investors in Uganda.
Zero musanvu musanvu zero kinana musatu kumi na musanvu
insanvu. You know what happens to those that return home. Many of you don't risk the brutality. We know that Ugandans like Sam Mugumya, who returned from a Congolese prison, was abducted weeks ago, and up to now he's missing. Nobody knows where Sam Mugumya is. We know Robert Kayingo Ruja, a lawyer who was recently abducted from the airport, kept incommunicado for a month before being forced back in exile without even stepping foot in his house. The examples are many, ladies and gentlemen, but I tell you, my friends, we are fighting so that you can return to your home, to your families, to freedom and dignity. We are fighting so that you are received with roses and not handcuffs. We fight so that Uganda can give your children the chances and opportunities that you never got. That is why we fight. Now to General Museveni. I know you don't like listening to young people or even listening to anybody at all, but at least listen to your friend and Bushwa comrade, General Kainda Otafire. I want you to remember that Uganda was here before you, and Uganda will be here long after you are gone. You don't have to burn it down on your way out. The best guarantee for your legacy, for your security, and for what you and your people have earned in the last 40 years is to allow a peaceful, orderly, and democratic transition of power. That opportunity is available because we are not vengeful people. We still believe in peace. We still believe in justice. And yes, we believe in reconciliation. All we want is a free and fair election. No military violence, no police brutality. That is not too much to ask for. Let this election not be a military operation. Let this be a democratic election. That should not be too much to ask for. You are aware that for the last 5 years, your regime has done everything to break our spirits. They try to silence us, but we are even louder. We are not giving up. And you know that you cannot defeat people who don't give up. Now to fellow Ugandans, I don't need to tell you that the 2026 election is already not fair. You have seen General Museveni's son, who is also head of our military, promising to kill our people in order to guarantee 80% of the vote to his father. He also said that during these presidential campaigns, we will be forcefully guarded by his private militia, the SFC. The same SFC which is responsible for abducting and torturing our supporters. So as we go for this campaign, it's like walking into the shadow of the valley of death. But I say to you, comrades, fear no evil, because the Lord Almighty is with us. I say to you, brothers and sisters, that we shall walk but not get tired. We shall suffer but we shall not die. It will be painful, but we shall win in the end. We shall reach in the new Uganda. We have no doubt about that. We shall reach in a Uganda where you will move in town and not see guns on the streets. In a Uganda where security will be protecting the citizens and not terrorizing them. A Uganda where teachers, soldiers, health workers, and other workers are paid promptly and adequately. Where farmers earn fair income from their produce, where traders are not suffocating under exploitative tax regimes. That is a new Uganda that we dream of. That is a new Uganda that we shall definitely get to. A Uganda where citizens can demonstrate on the streets about injustice, and the response of the government will be to listen to them and not to shoot them dead. A Uganda where jobs are not for the connected few, but for all those who qualify and are willing to work. Thank you. In the coming days, ladies and gentlemen, we shall unveil our manifesto, and we shall go ahead to paint a clear picture of that new Uganda that we dream of, that new Uganda that we believe. But ultimately, about leadership, that will be a Uganda where leaders will be serving the people and not the other way around. I tell you, my friends, that Uganda is possible in our lifetime. And with your courage, with our sacrifice, and with the grace of God, we shall reach that new Uganda. Now, as the National Unity Platform, even with the little resources that we had for the last 4.5 years, we have already demonstrated that we are able to use less and achieve more. We have managed to acquire the biggest political party headquarters in We have launched the first school of leadership, and we have gone ahead to groom leaders at no cost to them. Leaders that will uphold our values and offer leadership to the needs of political prisoners and missing comrades. We have refused to be compromised. We have held on to our principles, even when it has come personal cost. We have pursued and secured sanctions against those who steal from our people and against those who oppress our people. We have kept the struggle alive, and we are growing even stronger. Now, to the international community, it's not only for Ugandans. Uganda's freedom is for everybody. If Ugandans are safe, if Ugandans are not safe, neither are our neighbors, nor the international dwellers or the international community that always receives us when we go seeking for asylum. Please stand with us as we stand for democracy and human rights. Now, to our senior comrade, Dr. Kiza Besije, to our brothers, Alex Waiswamufumbi, Comrade Bobi Young, Eddie Mutwe, Achille Uchivumbi, Machete, Gaddafi, and all other political prisoners. We honor you. We think about your families and every Ugandan that has been affected in this struggle. Now, finally, to the comrades that I will be moving with on this campaign trail, the foot soldiers, the ordinary soldiers, the ordinary, but their and sisters. We have stood together through the tear gas, through the bullets, through the beatings, through the abductions, through the courts. You have been my shield. You have been my eyes. You have been my courage. You have been my strength. You have been my friends, my true friends. Today, as we go into what is likely to be an even more violent campaign, I will be relying on you, my friends. We are embarking on a long walk to freedom. Whatever lies ahead of us is going to test everything that we are and everything that we stand for. But I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, freedom will come at the end of the day. Because after all, freedom never comes easy. Our grandparents shed blood for the independence of this country 62 years ago. Our parents shed blood for what they believed was a liberation 40 years ago. Our comrades in this very generation are in prison for this very struggle. They've shed blood for this struggle. Many of them are missing and they don't even have graves for this struggle. Let us carry them in our hearts. Let us carry them in our minds. Let us do this in their name. Brothers and sisters, the same courage and discipline that has kept us going since 2017 should be the same courage. In this campaign, I must remind you, will not be to protect me. Yes, your duty in this campaign is not to protect me. It is to protect yourselves. It is to protect each other. It is to protect those ordinary people that come to support us on our rallies. I request you to be vigilant in every village that we shall enter and on every rally that we go to. Please be very solid and be very sober. Please be very calm and be very disciplined. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Be careful, but don't show fear, because this regime wants us to be fearful. My brothers and sisters, I want you to understand what we are fighting for. We are fighting for a better Uganda. We are fighting for the farmers, for the border riders, for the young graduates who have no jobs. We are fighting for the ghetto people, those ghetto youth whose future is being stolen away in exchange for a few shillings. We are fighting for the ordinary children whose future is empty and we want to give meaning to. We are fighting for those police officers who are ordered to brutalize you because you are fighting for their children's future, and afterwards to children with no school fees and to a family with no health insurance. Please don't look at them as your enemies, because they are not your enemies. They are victims too. They also wish that things can change someday. Brothers and sisters, if we succeed, this country will be free and things will change forever. It will never be the same again. Unfortunately, if we don't succeed, nobody will ever believe that we did our best. That will mean that we are condemning our children, those that are born and those that are unborn, to slavery. And that is not what we should be doing. Therefore, brothers and sisters, failure is not an option. We must get our freedom, or at least die trying to get our freedom. I don't know how much danger is awaiting us on this campaign trail, but I know that we are going to keep moving with hope and faith. We are carrying the hope of our entire generation, a hope of millions and millions of Ugandans. Brothers and sisters, I want you to understand that this that we are carrying on our shoulders is a historical responsibility. So prepare yourselves. Hug your loved ones one more time and tell them that we are going to war. We are going to a war that we never chose. A war that we are not even trained for, but a war that has been imposed on us by our oppressors. We are facing an enemy that is armed to the teeth. And we are facing the enemy barehanded, only armed with the truth and God. We are fighting this because it is a duty that we must take on. We are fighting for our God-given right to live as human beings in our own country. We will never retire. We will never give up. We will fight until we are free. And I'm sure we shall be free in the end. This is not a matter of when, but it's not a matter of if. This is a matter of when. And we know that we are going to achieve our freedom. Brothers and sisters, I want to conclude by guaranteeing to you that are here with us and all Ugandans all over the world that in the end we shall be free. In the end, everything is going to be alright. And if everything is not alright yet, then that will not be the end. Thank you very much for God and my country.
Thank you, candidates, for that address. Now, members of the press, the candidates team has said that it's going to do the version in Uganda at Natete and also answer the questions there. So given the environment, I don't know unless the candidate chooses to. That is the guidance for this team. Thank you very much.
Uganda baba. Uganda.
So let us wait for that advice. But that's what the team had presented.
Apologies because of the weather and because of the time constraint. We request that we proceed to Natete to address our rally and maximize our time, and maybe we'll answer questions from there or another opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, candidate protocol team. I know the weather is a challenge, but let's manage the candidate and listen to it. Please, protocol team, protect my microphone at the main podium. Let us
no, I had a doubt. We are hard pressed by time, and they are aware, but I had a doubt whether they will be.
Coming into our our tent for refreshments in the next tent. I hope we can find after this tent we join the next tent where our lunch is served. Please, protocol team, attend to that. Please bear with the weather. Let us go to the next tent where our lunch will be served. Thank you very much, members of the press.
Please, members of the press, proceed to the next tent. Members of the press, please. That's where we can have our lunch.
NUP Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu essaawa eno ali mu kugenda daawo oyo bamutwala. wa National Unity Platform oyo bamutwala emmotoka ye yepakinze era nga ye essaawa yonna yiye emmotoka ye egenze ne ttiimu ye yiiyo bagenze wakati mu kakuba nga katonnya essaawa eno boolekedde ku kisaawe ky'ennateete okulaba ng'ayogerako eri eggwanga wabula omukulembeze Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu owa National Unity Platform agambye nti wakuba okulaba nga amalawo obutali bwenkanya mu ggwanga mu speech ye gy'ayogedde newankubadde nga takozeseza lulimi Luganda naye mu luzungu lw'ayogedde agambye nti wakuba okulaba nga amalawo obutali bwenkanya mu ggwanga lyattu Uganda singa bannayuganda banamukwasa entebe ennene mu ggwanga Uganda era essaawa eno konvoyi eyo n'abasirikale be 16 baabwe egenda okulaba nga batuuka oba nga asisinkana abawagizi be ku kisaawe ennateete okulaba nga babe bayogerako eri abantu be. nga bwe mulaba wano newankubadde ng'enkuba etonnya nnyingi naye nga konvoyi y'omukulu Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu yeeyo esimbula efuluma geeti era ng'essaawa yonna agenda kubanga atwalibwa ku kisaawe ennateete okulaba nga asisinkana abawagizi be. Ensonga gy'asinze okuteekako ennyo essira ebadde yakulaba nga ate aleetawo enkolagana ennungi n'obwenkanya n'obutali bwenkanya obuli mu ggwanga ng'abumalawo okulaba nga eggwanga lyattu Uganda ligenda mu maaso. wabula abadde yakamala okusunsulwa ssentebe w'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda omulamuzi Simon Mugenyi byabakama era nga abadde bakamala okumukwasa emmotoka ye ey'ebyokwerinda. Enkuba ekire ky'enkuba kitandikiddewo amangu ddala era bw'atyo n'okwogera kwe okubadde mu Lungereza akukoledde wakati mu nkuba ng'emukuba era avuddeyo yenna ng'atubye naye tutegeddeko nti kati essaawa eno ayolekera kisaawe ennateete awali abawagizi be abamulindiridde dda okulaba ng'ayogerako wabula tutegeezezza nti agenda kwogerera eyo olulimi olunnansi oba olulimi Oluganda. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu afuuse omu ku abo abamaze okusunsulibwa era nga ono y'ow'omukaaga ku abo abamaze okusunsulibwa nga olunaku lw'eggulo omukulembeze eggwanga lino Yoweri Kaguta Museveni yasunsuddwa ku NRM ne tufuna Kasibante Robert naye n'asunsulibwa ku kaadi ya National Peasants Party ate ne tufuna ne Nandala Mafabyo wa FBC mutuntu awo tufunyeewo Gregory Mugisha muntu owa anti ate kati essaawa eno bakamala okusunsula oba omukulembeze wa National Unity Platform amaze nayo okusunsula ne bafuuka kati abantu 6 abakakasiddwa nti bebagenda okwesimbawo ku kifo ky'obukulembeze bw'eggwanga mu kulonda kwa bonna okwa 2026. Tekimanyikiddwa oba gye bujja maaso tugenda kufunayo omulala wabula tugenda kubeera ffe wetuli okubanga tufutuusaako buli kimu ekigenda wano ku kitebe ky'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda Rweza Lubowa nga kino nno kye kitebe ky'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda ekipya era nga wano basunsuliridde abeegwanyiza entebe ennene y'eggwanga. Kyokka twategeezeddwako nti ne mu kubala obululu kugenda kuteekebwa wano wennyini Rweza ku kitebe ky'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda wabula byonna ebigenda mu maaso tugenda kubanga tubikotoosaako. Kale bwatyo president w'ekibiina ki National Unity Platform bw'abadde era bebaza okubanga mubaddeko kakati nange munzikirize mpumulemu naye ate essaawa yonna bwe babanga wazeewo kandidate omulala era tujja kubanga tuddayo. Sigadde Mugagga Kiggwe wano ku kitebe ky'akakiiko k'ebyokulonda e Lweza.